How's it going there, YouTube modeling community? Smoking Joe 311 here. I finally was able to get up into the shop here today and get a little bit of work done. So I got a small update on my 40 Ford that was the April 48-hour build. I did manage to get the final coat of paint on it, and I did get some clear on it. I actually just got a coat of clear on it this morning, so it does have two coats on it. Everything looks pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. Maybe I'll get it finished up this week. I was on vacation all last week. Just enjoyed the weather, spending time with the wife and kids, and more importantly, not being at work. I'm on vacation again this week, so I do plan on having some time to myself to be able to get a few things done that's on my list to do. And I do have a little bit of shop time here that I want to get into. So enough on the 40 Ford here. Really, I wanted to do another build, something that's been on my mind for a little while. And I was going to actually do a video on this build a couple of weeks ago, right after the April 48-hour build. I was going to do the video. I was on a Monday, but I was running late. I had to get into work and didn't have time to get the video done. And when I was at work and I saw, I was waiting for my load to finish up, and I was on YouTube and I saw Area Styrene posted a new video on the topic of the next 48-hour build for May, and it's Father's Day. Well, that's the idea that I had. It's something that I wanted to do, was a Father's Day tribute build. And that just gave me another idea as to have the May 48-hour build subject being for Father's Day. Now, if you guys watched his video, he had a little story behind his kit. It was a car from a TV show that he used to watch with his dad. And he wants to know a story behind what you chose to build. Well, for me, I'm actually going to do two builds. And no, I'm not going to do two in 48 hours. Hell, I can't even get one done in 48 hours, as you've seen in my previous videos. But here's my little story behind what I chose to do. My dad was a big car guy in the late 50s and into the 60s. And I have lots of stories, lots of memories of his stories, of all the cars that he had. You know, stuff from the 40s, you know, the early 50s, you know, the 50 Chevy, the 50 Olds, you know, the 50 Ford, 51 Bel Air convertible, and so on. And he had a bunch of old, you know, pickups, you know, from the late 40s and early 50s, both Chevys and Fords. And as he got into, you know, getting the 55 Chevys, 56 Chevys, there's one car that he always wanted that he never had. And that is going to be my 48-hour build. And that is going to be this 57 Chevy Bel Air, two-door hardtop. I just picked this kit up recently. It's still factory sealed. So that's going to be my 48-hour build for the month of May. And Dad's love affair with cars continued on. You know, he had many, many cars. Then he got into the big cars, the Impalas, the Caprices, the Catalinas, Grand Prix, Cadillacs. And there's only one car that he ever bought brand new. And that car stands out in my mind. And that was this. A 65 Chevy Impala. No, unfortunately it wasn't an SS396 car, but it was a two-door hardtop. It was ermine white with the aqua interior, bucket seats, console, 327 4-speed. I never saw the car, not even a picture. The car was sold sometime around late 77, early 78. But he really talked highly of that car, and every time we saw a 65, he'd always, mention, that was the first car and only new car I ever bought brand new. And I've always wanted to get one to have, and he always wanted to get another one. And unfortunately, I lost my dad in 2007, and we've come close on a couple of cars. We were going to buy as a father-son project, mainly a 57 Chevy Bel Air a few years back. We were looking into buying, but he kind of drug his feet a little bit, and unfortunately the car sold. So now I'm just going to do my models here of some of these cars. Mainly these two here is going to be a tribute to my dad. But this 65, this is a really nice kit. It has been opened. This would make a really nice stock build. And I'm not going to build this kit because I actually want to put my own little twist on the 65. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Chip Foose 65 Impala. Well, my dad, he was big into, keeping everything stock, keep it original. But he also did like the big block Chevys. And there was one, I don't remember whenever it came out. He called it the Big Hammer. It was the 572 crate engine. Well, I got a couple little goodie bags from Extreme Scale Detail, and I did get the 572 resin engine kit that's going to go into 65. And I got a few other little goodies too that I'm going to put on it. I'm going to put my own little twist on it. Either way, if it was stock or customized, I know I definitely have my dad's approval of it. So there you are. Here's my two Father's Day tribute cars. I'm going to get started on this 65 later on today. And then the 57, that's going to be my May 48-hour build. So I'm going to give these a try, and hopefully I can get them done. I do have, like I said, I'm on vacation. I do plan on getting into the 65 here this week. I'll get some update videos as I go along with it. And as always, thanks for watching.